Welcome everyone. We've got some interesting news for you we hope to share today. If you're not familiar with SOFI, it's an acronym for Solution Factory, HCL's Solution Factory, and it's a cloud-based catalog of products and demonstrations that are available using HCL software. And so many of our products are there. Any of them that are available as cloud native products, and some others are listed in the catalog. Many have demos or business solutions, we call them, available with them. It's business oriented, obviously, because our products are business oriented, and it's used by customers, by business partners, and even by HCL's own internal teams, sales teams, technical service teams, and so on, for POCs, demos, training, product trials. What's great about this is that you, with literally one click, you can create your own demonstration environment, one that you can get your hands on and play around with. I'm sure some of you have already seen SOFI, but for those who haven't, let's take a really quick look at it, just so you can get a sense for what we're talking about. What we're looking at here is the SOFI interface, so it's the catalog. You can see that it's broken down. We've got business solutions here at the top. Further down, we have products. You'll notice that some of these say launch it on them, and some of these say learn more. The learn more tiles are just informational. And so if I go into any of these, what you'll see is product information about whichever product it is. There's links, like this is linked to a video. Very often there are links to documentation or white papers and that sort of thing. These launch it tiles are a little more interesting. So they also have information in them about the various products, and in this case, these are business solutions, so the demos that are involved. But they also have the ability, if you click launch it either out here, if you click launch it, I've already done this once, I'm not going to click it again, but if I click launch it here, it's automatically right then starting up a new sandbox environment for me. As I mentioned, I already started up this commerce one. These take a few minutes to start. Commerce is one of our slower ones. It takes 20 or 30 minutes to start up. So you click launch it and go grab a cup of coffee and it's ready. But if you think about that, that is a huge improvement over what it might take to set up commerce for a demo somewhere else. If you needed to set up a demo environment for commerce, to configure it, to find the hardware to put it on, and so on, it might take a week to do it. So 30 minutes doesn't sound so bad. Once it's running, as this one is, I've got some options here. You can see I've currently got 3 hours and 51 minutes left. But I can go right here and I can extend it for more time. So I can add it, make it run for 24 more hours or 7 days or 30 days. But I can also go in and look at it. So I'm going to copy this console password. You can see that the login ID is sole admin. And if I open the console, this SOFI console is a part of SOFI, obviously. It's a place where you can monitor all of the pods and all the pieces that are running. I should mention that anything that's running in SOFI in a sandbox like this is running using Kubernetes. So it's all containerized. Everything runs in pods. You can see in this case, there are 31 pods, and I can click on here and go find all the details about all that stuff. Excuse me, but honestly, what most people do when they come here is they want to see the product. So in this case, I've got commerce running, and over here are a set of links that go into my particular commerce instance. So for instance, I could open up this Emerald store. This is a sample commerce environment that comes ready to go. So this is live HCL commerce running just for me. If you come here and you start up a sandbox, you'll have one that's running just for you. Excuse me. The demos that are have been documented. So when I first opened the tile, the documentation there includes different scenarios that you can walk through. So for instance, one of them is that you would go in through the management center and you would change the way this works so that these recommended products change based on what you've selected. In that demo, if you go and select a bed, it starts recommending bedroom things like dressers and so on. But it's a way to easily get your hands on these products and see how they work. We found this is really effective with customers because it's a really low pressure environment. They can do it when they want. If they want to work on it at night or early in the morning, they can. They're not doing it with a salesman or a TA standing over their shoulders. They can follow the steps, and very often there are videos that they can follow that show them how. It's a very effective way for folks to get their hands on HCL software. If you've used SOFI before, excuse me, we have a couple of new features that have come out recently or coming out. One is that it used to require logging into SOFI to see anything. You had to basically get approved to get into it. That's no longer the case. Both the catalog and the details pages are now public so that they are reachable by search engines, which is important, of course. People can browse and find them and go around and read. The only time you have to log in is if you want to launch a sandbox. So fair enough. Once they want us to start spending a little extra money, they have to have a login. We need to know who they are. The second thing is that partners can register users. So if you've got a customer that's interested in trying some of this out, you can set them up with a 30-day trial in just minutes. You fill out the generate access code form on the right, which is about as simple as a form gets. Submit it, and it will send your prospect or customer an email that they follow and get in. Once you've set somebody up, you can also come back and see what they've done. So that's what's shown on the left here. You can see the actions that person has taken. So in this example, I was looking at the same time. So now you know what the customers looked at, when they looked at it, did they deploy a sandbox, and so on. So you've got some ability to have some visibility to what folks are actually trying to do. Soon, we will have command line access to all the pods. So if you want to do more technical work, if you want to upload content, for instance, to build a customized demo, you'll be able to do that. You'll be able to reach into the various pods with command line, do upload, download, and so on. We're doing that in testing already, trying to walk through the last couple security issues, but soon that will be available to everybody. And maybe the most important of the new things is kind of why we're having this seminar today, is we are now allowing business partners to put their content into SOFI. A few examples here of some that are in there already. This is great. Your content will be shown in SOFI just like the HCL content is. You're just another tile in the SOFI interface. Of course, it's open to internet search engines and users, as is everything else. It lets you get direct access to the HCL customer base, to the other partners, if you have products that are appropriate for other partners to be selling, and of course to the sales and TA teams of HCL. It's a way to introduce your offerings to an entirely new set of prospects. So there are a few benefits along with this. Obviously, it expands your sales reach by putting your products or product extensions in SOFI. Customers can learn about it, and you can even, if yours is appropriate for this sort of thing, we can help you create it, set it up so that it can be run in a SOFI sandbox. I should mention that the expectation here is that the products or extensions are complementary to HCL products. There is a little bit of an approval process to make sure that our teams don't see them as highly competitive or so on, but for the most part, it's easy to do. We will provide you provide links that you can send your people to your own demo and to trial environments. And Sophie will provision a secure environment for your users to come out and try your product if that's something that you want them to be able to do. Second benefit is get sales leads out of this. You've got your product in here, you kind of like to know who wants to buy it. So we will be soon providing affiliate links. And as you would use for Amazon or something else, if you put those links on your website and your website visitors come and visit your product, we'll track that. We'll know them if they do anything that requires them to log in or register. We'll know who came. We'll know they came from your affiliate link, and we'll keep track of it that way. When they do user registration, when they request a 30-day trial, when they request a quote, or anything else that we consider a lead generating activity, those leads will be sent to you, not to us. So you've got a chance to actually get some sales leads, not only for your own product, but for other products, even for HCL products. So I think that's a really a great thing. This obviously lets you use Sophie for your own business development purposes. You can grant 30-day access to customers and prospects. You can see what they've done. You can set up trials, POCs, POC environments, ways for your customers to get their hands on the product. And some business partners are even doing training and obviously customer demonstrations using sandboxes. So I think Sophie has a lot to offer the partner community. And the really good news is it doesn't cost anything. We're not charging you for all these services. We're not charging you for putting your content in here. We feel like this is an opportunity for you and we to work together to better the community for all of us. So how do you do this? It is pretty easy. If you're not already an HCL business partner, you need to become one. That's this first link here. Assuming you are a business partner, you need then to sign up as a Sophie partner. So hcltechsoftware.com/Sophie/partners. Very simple process. You need to have access to Sophie. If you don't already, you can do that beginning before or after any of the others. It's at hclsophie.com. There's a request access button in the top right corner. And get in and try it. The lead process, as I mentioned, is not quite yet available. The affiliate links, we're still building that. Hope to have that available soon. But once we do, we'll provide that link. You can post it on your website and set up the information we need to know. Who do we send the emails to when we get leads and so on. And then submit your products that you'd like to have listed or that you'd even like to have sandbox capable to be included in Sophie. It's really just about that simple. So we think this is a terrific opportunity for partners. As I've mentioned, some have already joined in.